Hi, I'm Evie Kemp. I'm an artist and designer, and this is my studio in Mount Albert, Auckland. My style is very eclectic, very colourful. I love a real mix of eras and different designers, and I just gravitate towards everything that I love. I have always been a creative person, but I think like all of us, we can kind of lose that over time. So for me, it's been a process of building that up and finding where it takes me, and that journey is something that I feel like I'll always be on. Art is my whole life, really, so everything kind of comes back to that. But things I love to do, I love walking my dogs, big fan of op shops. Basically, it's anything to do with colour, and if that's nature or if it's makeup or if it's a book or an art gallery, I'm there. I knew I wanted to have a creative career a couple of years out of school when I had a bit of a mental health wobble. I was originally studying law, but I found I was just drawn to the creative arts, so I went back and studied graphic design, and it's continued from there, and that was the best decision I ever made. When I stepped back into being creative, I could just find joy in the everyday, and that's what I love to do now, and that's what I love to share. I started out in business by designing a range of art prints, colourful animal prints that I sold for many years. That was a bit of lucky timing in terms of the start of Instagram, and I stocked a lot of shops across New Zealand and Australia with my prints. I think it's almost 15 years now since I first posted on Instagram, and I'd still say it's vital to my business. I recently published a book called Much, which is a maximalist guide to creative home. And what it is it's part a guide, part permission giving, and part just inspiration about finding your own style and making a home that truly reflects who you are. I offer workshops in my studio space here, and what they're creative escapes, especially for brands and companies to come along and do something completely different. I'm passionate about correcting people who say they're not creative, and my aim is always that everyone walks out and feels creative. That's just my most favourite thing to do. With creativity comes a feeling of being different often, and that scares a lot of us. Also, this need to be grown up and serious and, earn a living. Actually, we can still be creative in everything we do. It can be the meals you cook, the way you dress, the books you read, or, you could be painting murals. There's such a scale for this. So on Easter weekend of this year, we had terrible rain and the studio flooded. So the entire space was filled with, I think, about 11 to 12 centimetres of water. I'd never dealt with anything like that before, and I really was feeling quite overwhelmed when I walked in. I immediately contacted Maz and explained the situation, and they were just so incredibly helpful. I felt so lucky because I felt that even though something bad had happened, I was so well supported and everything was sorted out so quickly. For something that felt so big for me, it was really a tiny blip, and I'm just so grateful to Maz for the help they gave me. I just love to look back and see how far I've come, because I think if 15-year-old me was to look at me now, she'd be pretty surprised.